All right, broski, I'm back, man. It's T. On another video, Jason Blaha, Strength and Fitness. Big movements followed by pump work has been successful strategy for generations. Okay, pump work. What does that mean, pump work? Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, because you're not building muscles. Yes, it's an artificial type of muscle growth. Let's review this video.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about something that has been a time-proven recipe for success for decade after decade after decade
after decade. Glycogen loading herbivore diet. Yes. Sarcoplasmic artificial muscle growth. Yes, it's been the movement. Yes, the strategy for fake success.
Decade, and has pretty much shown to be the same thing in study after study after study to produce the best muscle growth, the best gains, and that is this basic idea of heavy work followed by pump work, or some big exercises followed by some smaller exercises for pretty high reps.
Yeah, some heavy work followed by some heavy reps. Yes, pump work. Yeah, to draw more of this glycogen in the muscle. Yeah, it's an energy source. It'll build up in there a lot. It'll build up like crazy. Oh man. See, your body doesn't store protein as an energy source like sarcoplasmic, like glycogen does, in the form of sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. That's why you can literally build muscles eating bowls of potatoes, shitloads of potatoes, and I guarantee you, you're going to get massive like an open bodybuilder in a month or two doing that straight every single day. Couple of bowls of potatoes. Yes.
Okay. And when I say that this is proven, I mean this is the way all the greats trained in the 40s, 50s, 60s, before people had...
No, not particularly. They were more into protein and stuff like that. They were more of a carnivore diet, but as the times went on, more fake food and everything. So they started pouring on more of the carbohydrates. Like Tom Platt said, well, I started doing more carbohydrate and I noticed I got bigger. Well, because you got uglier. Their whole look was more aesthetic look. When you're on a carnivore diet, you have an aesthetic look. When you're on a herbivore diet, what do you look like? Big, bloated, and massive. Yeah, it's kind of obvious. You already know these things. Come on.
Access to the large plethora, and I mean massive plethora of PEDs that they have today. Okay?
What about the massive plethora of PEDs, steroids? Just say the word steroids. Yeah, there's a lot of steroids out there, and so what? They exude all the different type of effect, but they all really come down to it. You can only do so much with them. They can only mutate you so much temporarily, giving you a cosmetic look. Yes, with fake muscles. Blaha.
And this has been a recipe for success, and this is just some of my upper body stuff I'm doing here. Keep in mind, I'm an old man. I'm a strength athlete, not even a bodybuilder.
Like I said, this guy is chronically lifting every day. He's in chronic hell. What kind of damage is he getting there? There's all kinds of different damages to muscle. People are like, I'm damaging muscles. Okay, what kind is it? Is it oxidative stress, RAS, oxidative? I don't know. Is it toxic? Are you eating a lot of toxins like plant foods? Toxic damage to the fibers? What are you doing there exactly? I don't know. Wearing out, inflammatory response. I can't tell you, man. I don't know what the hell you're doing there. There's many damages you're doing to your body. You're damaging your joints, ligaments, this, that, whatever. Is this a micro injury, a micro tear? What is this? What type of damage is this? See what I mean? Micro tears, they're really hard to get to come out. But like I said, there's all kinds of different types of damages. But these bad damages, there is some damage that is very particular that can only happen periodically, once in a blue moon. It doesn't happen often. And then there's the kind of damage, it's like wearing out. Lactic acid can cause damage. This lactic acid, inflammatory response, chemical buildup in the muscles, inflammatory response, tissue damage, wearing out your body. Yeah, there's all kinds of damage. Oxidative stress will cause damage to your muscles. What about your heart? What do you think your heart is? Do you think your heart can regenerate? Yeah. You'll get some proliferation of the satellite cells in there, proliferating to try to repair some of that oxidative damage and weird damage that you're getting there. But that's not going to build any muscle. But I'm just telling you, you're just damaging, repetitive damaging like a factory worker every day lifting boxes off the floor, bro. They're not getting anywhere with that other than accelerated aging. And they're wearing out the satellite cell pool. You're shrinking it, yes. And you're shrinking your telomeres doing this constantly. So you're actually shortening your lifespan. That's why people who do this chronic exercise, their lifespan is shortened. It happened to my father. He died at 60. Yeah, he actually had a heart attack dancing. Yeah, and he died. So, yeah, man, like I said, your heart is not regenerative. If you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get micro tears. Oh, you want to get a micro tear in your heart? Where you think it's going to regenerate from a micro tear? You're crazy. If you destroy your heart, get a heart attack, and you get a micro tear in that heart attack, it'll fill up with I think it's cytokines or whatever. They fill up in there, and yeah, it's not regenerative, man. After that, you're gonna have a lot of problems. You don't want to damage your heart. A heart is not regenerative. It can hypertrophy, can shrink and get big, but if you get a type of a micro tear in there, you're fucked, man. You're gonna have a heart attack. You're screwed. And anything it fills itself up with, it isn't these type of progenitor cells that you think is going to repair and remodel it. I don't think so, man. It doesn't happen that way. It's like they go there, they fill up a clog, you're putting like a towel in like this crack in the wall where water's coming through. There'll still be leakage there, and eventually, who knows? You could go if you strain it. So you're getting myocardial injury to your heart, which, why do you want that? It's crazy, causing structural damage to your heart. For what reason? Yeah.
Decently jacked, decently strong guy. I think I'm like 217 pounds or so in these clips. The day these were taken, 217.
Yeah. You're 215 when you wake up. You're 217, this and that. How did you gain 2 pounds already from 15 to 17 this morning? You said in the last video you were 215 when you woke up, and now you're 217. So you gained 2 pounds of what? What did you gain? Fluid. That's it. There's fluid buildup. Lactic acid. This inflammatory response, grabbing some water in your body, holding it in there in the muscles. Yeah. Glycogen, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, artificial gains. Because if you're claiming that you are building a muscle, lifting a weight, or doing reps or anything, it is artificial gains. Real gains don't happen in gyms. They happen outside of games. So anytime you say they're getting it in there, we know it's fake, Blaha. Don't you
218. I'm about to be 47 years old. I deadlift over 600 pounds. This is just some average workout.
Can you imagine? Kids like, I'm 47 years old. I'm going to be 47. I'm an old man. I must be ancient then, because I'm 10 years older than him. Shit.
For me, just some quality sets. So what do you see me doing just in this video? 4 big.
Nothing. I always see you do lightweight. Your bench press is always 2 plates, whatever. It's all bullshit. It's all pump work, man. It's all sarcoplasmic.
Movements and 4 smaller movements. Pretty straightforward, right? What is it? Flat bench, incline bench, pull-ups, rows. Okay, there we go. 4 good exercises. Then what do you see? Some arm work. I'm doing some curls and some tricep extensions, some laterals with really high rep laterals with some plates, and then pullovers. All right. This is very old school type training, and it works. This is the sort of stuff people did for generations successfully. This is what most of your champions did. People go back and today who don't even like the whole body.
Which champions did? Our champions. Oh, bodybuilders. You must really love bodybuilders, don't you, Blaha? Don't lie.
Bodybuilding thing. It's like, go look at those golden era guys. What did they do? They got real strong.
I'm telling you, man, Blaha is obsessed with bodybuilding. He's obsessed because that's why he's working so hard, thinking that the weights will transform his body, and he's never going to change. It's genetics, bro. You were born looking like that. It's genetic. You could change somewhat of your body on a carnivore diet if you would stop eating this vegan diet. It would look a lot better, believe me, over time. And maybe even lifting that weight, circulating it through your blood. But you're circulating toxins through your blood. These vegan diets are toxic. Yeah, they got oxalates. So you're actually causing damage to your body, bones, skin, muscle, everything, oxalate dumping, whatever. Your joints and everything, by these oxalates going in there, your body is constantly trying to dump it. You keep eating it, you keep lifting the weight, man. So You're getting all kinds of damage there. Oxidative damage, oxalative damage, toxic damage, wearing out damage. Christ, man. Lactic acid, you name it, inflammatory response. It's crazy. What a waste.
On these basic movements, squat, bench, deadlift, row, and they do pull-ups, dips, whatever, body weight moves. They got real strong on all that stuff. And then they'd come in and do some smaller exercises and get a pump. Well, what has studies shown? Like, people will try to change this stuff up, but what do studies always show? When different exercise orders have been looked at, if we pre-exhaust, if we only do big movements, only do small movements. Perfect example, ones we've looked at on triceps. What they find? Guys who did bench press.
What? These small movements, oh man, this guy really is reaching.
And then did tricep extensions afterwards, got the best tricep growth.
They did triceps and they got the best triceps growth. Okay, so they did a lot of triceps and they were able to pump a lot of glycogen inside the triceps to get them to blow up. Yeah.
Behold, they got more tricep growth.
And inflammatory response, of course. And some lactic acid and maybe some gravitational loading, unloading.
The people who just bench pressed, they got more tricep growth than people who just did extensions. And they got more growth, way more growth than the people who did extensions and then bench press after.
A real athlete would tell you what you're really getting in a gym. You would be getting damage in a gym, and then you go home and you try to build muscle from that damage. But not all damage, not all damages will give you muscle growth. Look, if you damage your muscles, if they get damaged through oxidative stress, do you think if you go home and you eat a shitload of protein, you're going to build a muscle? See what I mean? Through that damage. I'm not talking about what this guy is doing artificially, telling you you're going to lift a weight and you're going to build sarcoplasmic, inflammatory muscles and fucking, lactic acid muscles. I'm talking about if you were to damage. Remember, there are different modalities in damage. You can damage your muscles different ways. They could be worn out. Okay, they're worn out. You go home. Will you build a muscle? Because you were working in a factory lifting boxes all day. You're all worn out. You go home. Will they build? See what I mean? Or you got oxidative stress in there. Will they build? How about if you run down the street or you do some sports? Will they build? What if you get some RAWs in there, reactive oxygen species? Or just anything. I don't know. I can't tell you. There's many different ways. Or oxalates. Let's say you eat a lot of this vegan diet. And now you've been doing a lot of this work, and now the oxalates they form crystals. So they start cutting up your muscles. They cause these weird damages like cutting things in your muscle, your skin. They age your skin. They fuck up your bone, the bone marrow inside and everything. So what do you have to do? What are you going to build muscle? You're going to go home and what? It's your body's busy repairing it. Let's say you have your body. If you keep your body perpetually in this damaged mode and it has to repair itself constantly, like you're in like fibrotic, it's fibrosis, it's fibrotic because it's consistent damage you're doing without it allowing it to even repair this damage in your body that you're getting, this kind of damage. I'm not talking about micro tears or micro injuries to just muscle fibers and some bone. I'm talking about this kind of weird damage that you're getting. It's oxidative, lactic acid, blah, 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 whatever, oxalate damage from the vegan diet. What do you think your body has to do? It has to allocate all its resources to that place. What if it needs to fix your organs? What if your organs are getting fucked up? Well, it's not going to fix there. It's going to go, all its resources are going to go to those areas that need them the most. And so you can end up with organ failure. That is what happens. Even brain failure, even heart failure. Why do you think people have heart attacks? Think about that. They do something strenuous. Okay, remember, hearts are not regenerative. So no progenitor cell is going to come there and save the heart. And so you cause some kind of weird damage to your body running down the street or doing this exercise. Why do you think they have a defibrillator in a gym? They have to resuscitate you. Why? Because your body has allocated all its fucking resources, Buddha. Get it? The stem cells to all allocations in the body to repair that damage. It ain't going to your heart when it gets damaged. I told you it's not regenerative. There's nothing. Once it gets damaged, you can have a heart attack, a massive heart attack. You die. That's what happens. If you damage your heart, most people, the damage may not be too extensive enough to kill you the first time, but you may die the second time. You understand me? I can't tell you for sure. I'm not a doctor or scientist or anything. This is just for entertainment purposes and some opinion and knowledge and some facts, okay? But I'm just saying, you understand what I'm trying to explain to you. Think about that, ponder that carefully. What you're doing there, is it worth it to build these fake muscles repetitively, doing this endlessly to no end for no reason? I gotta lift a heavy weight, show everybody I'm a big strong guy. That I lifted a heavy weight, or I gotta do this pump work because I need this body like so bad, and it's all artificial. You're shooting the dart, but you're getting very low on the target. You're not hitting the target. That is the problem, because you're not focused on that. See what I mean? Man, this is crazy. I would never want to chronically lift in a gym and cause damage to my heart, because I know chronic lifting does that. It'll cause myocardial injuries to the heart, and eventually you'll have a heart attack and die. That, organ failure, and possibly the food that you're eating causing a fatty liver disease, fatty liver, and kidney problems. You'll have all kinds of problems, and especially taking these fake vitamins and powders and protein powders and fake supplements. Yeah, that's on top of it is more garbage on there. They're synthetic, they're toxic, they're poison, they're fucking byproducts, man. They're garbage. All right.
Training bigger to smaller. Getting strong on basic movements and then filling in the gaps.
Again, getting strong on basic movements. What you're getting is better at doing those movements. But you can equate it as getting strong. You can equate it with whatever you want. You're not strong, because if you were, then you would be able to lift that with no problem. So why do you have to practice at doing it? Because you're weak. See what I mean?
With your other exercises. I mean, even power.
Simply are not good at doing any of these things. That's why a human has to practice at doing them. Now, animals, they don't have to practice running in the wild on all fours. They are built genetically to run fast, but they don't run all the time. And when they do run, they get some wild micro injuries to their fibers, and then they need to take off a lot of time for that thing to repair itself and remodel itself again. Yeah, because this happens in doing unaccustomed things. They cause these massive injuries to fibers. And so they can't run again. So they may even have to take a break. They may starve. Yeah, until they're able to run again, to capture some animal. You can't perform well, it says that in NCBI, with micro injuries. There's power loss, there's force production goes down, there's weakness, all kinds of shit happens. These are the things that you're looking for to know what kind of damage you're causing. See what I mean? If you're in a gym and you're moving weights around and your legs are shaking, that is a very bad sign. If you're getting heart palpitations, that is a very bad sign. See what I mean? You're looking for these signs. Well, micro injuries, they happen usually when what? When you haven't been in the gym for quite a long ass time, and you come in there, you may get these micro injuries. Yeah, and what do they follow with? Well, decreased force production, weakness, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. These are different modalities. What is toxic? What does oxalates feel like? Well, they start to attack your joints. They start hurting a lot too. See what I mean? I'm not saying with exercise you're moving them around. They're allocating everywhere. They're coming, they're going and coming. But they are causing damages to your body. But they're different kind of modality, different types of damages.
Lifting is done the same way. The best powerlifting champions, the absolute best of the best of the best, tend to do what? They do their big movements and they do some accessory work.
The big champions do that because it's a job.
Canada is very expensive, guys, but I just wanted to share with you how I got approved for $30,000.
Say, well, you got to try. Yeah, people have tried to do new things, and guess what? This worked. It's always worked. It's always worked. But herein lay the problem. It's hard to market to this. People can't.
What worked? How is it hard to market this?
Sell you new crazy stuff. I mean, the thing is, everyone would try to break away from this. What did I get famous on the tubes originally? What got me to my first 30, 40,000?
You bought them. That's what got you there. And you talked a lot of crazy shit.
Followers. guys saying, hey, we can do some barbell movements and then throw in some arms after. I put out a free program. Tens of thousands of people have read it. It got published. Funny enough, on that platform, no one else was doing that at the time, really. They weren't really promoting that.
Yes, they were. They were promoting every fake thing like you are, Blaha. What are you talking about?
It's all either, oh, let's just do, didn't know this. Go that way, but let's come over to the other point. You know what? I think you should probably do some small exercises too. But it's strange because forever this has been way before I was even born. I'm only 40.
Wow, this is real, like I'm talking about real crazy chronic lifting. This is
46. You're about to be 47.
He's 46, he's about to be 47. I'm 10 years older than him. Okay.
This was always a recipe for success, and it worked. It works consistently.
A recipe for fake success. See, here's the thing. You can deny everything, even the truth. Whether that is muscle in there or not, does it really matter? In the end of the day, you got what you wanted. Your muscles look big. That's it. You got a nice cosmetic fake look, whether it's fake or real. Nobody can prove otherwise that it's fake. You understand me? The only thing they can say is that, yo, he's a big guy, but he's weak. And why is he weak? Well,
all right, guys, but that's real.
Because they're going to say a little guy can lift a heavy weight. Bullshit, man. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Blaha, pump work is going to build you a muscle, bro. Get it? Yeah, man. See you later.